Hi and Assalamualaikum to Dr. Rai and to everyone who is watching. The purpose of this video presentation is to explain on Eksa administration of a public facility. We have choose Masjid Mukim Salor located in Kota Baru, Kelantan as a subject to this proposal.
The team members are NURUL AWATIF, NOOR HANANI, NURUL NAJIHAH, SITI NOOR AMALINA and NOOR AMIRAH.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is NOOR HANANI. First of all, let me explain the definition of Eksa. These days, the term of Eksa is no longer unfamiliar among every organization in Malaysia. Hence, what Eksa actually is and why is it so important? In the mid-1980s, the concept of 5S has been first introduced in Malaysia and practiced by the private sector organization, especially in multinational companies, and later used by the public sector in year 2010. After years have passed, Malaysian Administrative Modernization and Management Planning Unit (MAMPU) has undertaken the initiative to enhance the existing of public sector 5S concept in a rebranding exercise which introduced the public sector conducive ecosystem of better known as Eksa on January 2014. This move is in line with efforts to strengthen the organizational culture of high performance and innovation among public sector agencies by providing a conducive environment, work culture and positive values for public servants. In conclusion, practicing Eksa will contribute to the productivity of management as the benefits of the introduction of Eksa are highlighted, such as enhanced customer service quality, a more positive working environment, increased creativity and innovation, increased level of safety and improvement in the spirit of teamwork. Next, I will explain on the objectives of Eksa. Eksa is not created in order to replace the 5S concept that previously practiced. Instead, improve those 5S elements by supporting the creation of a more conducive work environment. The main objectives for the rebranding of 5S concept to Eksa are to allow any public organization to first, improving corporate image. Corporate image refers to the identity or perception of the customer or authority in one's environment, actions, and achievements organization. Uniform values, ethics, and work norms among citizens' work is essential to create a positive corporate culture. The next objective is to encourage creativity and innovation activities in line with the stakeholder claims. Eksa also encourages the organization staff to think out of box. It can help in generates excitement, passion, and creativity. From this, it will increase on the engagement and the staff will be more openly to give opinion or solution to solve a problem, increase team bonding, and so on. Third, to encourage activities towards creating green environment through cultivation green practices. Some of the most common green activities are the implementation of recycling program, increase the efficiency of energy consumption to save the resources of energy, using less paper for printing, and so on. It will create an earth-friendly work environment. The fourth objective is to expand implementation in agencies, government to create an environment that conducive. Eksa practice encourage the organization of public sector and emphasis on service system delivery, customer friendly, and giving comfort while dealing with them. The last objective of Eksa is to ensure auditing elements meet the diversity needs of government agencies. Eksa have introduced a new auditing model which comprises generic criteria as well as specific criteria which takes into account the diversity of government agencies. Thus, the improve of Eksa criteria are able to confirm according to the locality of the agencies.
My name is AMIRAH binti ROSLE. So based on the assignment given, as my part, I will explain about the overview of the Masjid Mukim Salor, which includes background, management structure, and also services and activities. So for the background section, Surau Salor was first established in 1856 by several Arab traders who stopped at the port in the Salor district. In 1930, Surau Salor was reconstructed. Later, this surau was upgraded into a mosque, which is known as the Masjid Mukim Salor. The location of the mosque is at Salor District, Kota Baru, Kelantan. Okay, so for the vision of Masjid Mukim Salor is a mosque as a center worship to produce a community that is faithful, pious, and has noble morals. While the mission of Masjid Mukim Salor is to produce a society that is pious to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala in the way shown Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. In addition, to prosper the mosque as the house of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala and a place of worship and a place to develop knowledge, and also as a friendly place in connecting human relationships and to the Almighty Creator. Okay, so the area of the Masjid Mukim Salor site is about 1 square feet, and the capacity of the congregation that can be accommodated at one time is around 500 congregations. Okay, for the architectural design, this mosque has a tower and a dome, and also rectangular in shape. In addition, this mosque is using cement as the whole structure. Okay, so for the Imam selection, before this, the Imam election of the mosque was initially chosen according to the voting method, where all the residents of Kampung Salor will vote to choose the Imam candidate. But now, the Imam selection system is according to the appointment of the Majlis Agama Islam Kelantan, or known as the MAI. In the management structure of the Masjid Mukim Salor, there are two teams involved, which is the first one is the mosque committee, and the second one is the mosque officers. The real party that is in charge of planning and organizing all the activities of the mosque is the mosque committee, where usually members of the committee consisting of 10 to 15 people are appointed using the certain methods, while mosque officers that consist of chairman, deputy chairman, secretary, treasurer, imam, bilal, and member of the mosque management committee, which includes head of education and da'wah bureau, head of development and cleanliness bureau, head of welfare and district affairs bureau, and also head of the Muslim bureau. They are appointed by the Majlis Agama Islam Kelantan, MAI, which is the state Islamic religious department. Those appointed are also given certain allowances. Okay, the purpose of this mosque management structure is to restore the functions and roles of the mosque as required by Shara, and also making the mosque the center of the activities for Muslims. As everyone knows, the mosque is a house of worship for Muslims and plays a role in carrying out all religious activities, especially during the month of Ramadan. Similarly to the Masjid Mukim Salor, also provided various facilities, services, and activities that can be used by every Muslim when they go for prayers or participate in activities implemented by the mosque committee. Okay, as mentioned, the facilities available at the Masjid Mukim Salor that can be used by the local community are the main prayer room with pillars that is used as a place to perform congregational prayers. Okay, there is also an additional prayer room that can accommodate the capacity of many congregations at one time. And next, there's also provision of telekong and Al-Quran, ablution area, toilets, and bathrooms that can be used by users of the mosque. The cemetery next to the mosque and covered parking is also provided in this mosque only for motorcycles and cars. In addition, there's also an open parking space that can accommodate 20 vehicles at a time. There are also imam room and kitchen and facilities in this mosque. Okay, so next, there's Masjid Mukim Salor also provides services to the community, such as a place to pay zakat, funeral arrangements, and corpse handling, and Al-Quran teaching classes to the community. All these services are under the planning of the Majlis Agama Islam Kelantan, or known as the MAI, and are handled entirely by the mosque committee members. Okay, so the purpose of this service is to facilitate the local community as well as strengthen the Muslim community around the Masjid Mukim Salor. Okay, lastly, Masjid Mukim Salor also conducts activities that can strengthen human relationship in line with the vision and mission, including religious and spiritual activities. Okay, the activities that have been carried out by Masjid Mukim Salor are distribution of the zakat to the asnaf group, iftar ceremony, tadarus Al-Quran, religious talk, program ibadah kurban, circumcision program, and also Maulidur Rasul celebration. These program is carried out throughout the year by the committee of the Masjid Mukim Salor.
My name is NURUL binti ABDUL SATAR. In this video, I'm going to explain about proposition for Eksa administration. Okay, firstly, this is the committee structure of Masjid Mukim Salor, which is composed of 5 Eksa committee members. There are Eksa main committee, which is NURUL AWATIF as the manager and HANANI as the treasurer. Then there are training committee held by AMALINA, zone committee held by AMIRAH, while NAJIHAH as a promotion committee. Then the role of Eksa committee. Firstly, main committee, which is held by manager and treasurer. This committee is responsible in determining the overall direction in the implementation of Eksa as well as formulating the implementation plan. Then they also have to determining the budget and identifying financial resources, setting policies, rules and guidelines. Secondly, the role as a training committee. This committee has to identify and planning training programs that are appropriate and related to the programs conducted by the Masjid. For example, this committee provides an opportunity for Eksa members to be involved to conduct appropriate training either before or during the Eksa process. Lastly, this committee also responsible in providing training and guidance to the staff. Next, promotion committee. This committee is responsible in the process of preparing the implementation plan for Eksa practice promotion activities and providing examples of materials to be followed. Other than that, this committee also play a role to analyze the effectiveness of promotional activities. Lastly, the role of zone committee. The committee is responsible to plan and operate the Eksa zone, identify any problems and direct corrective action to be taken by giving suggestions for improvement. And lastly, responsible in preparing an overall report on the zones involved in Eksa activities to the Eksa practice steering committee. And next, I will explain about identification of zones. Okay, diagram 1 shows the floor plan of Masjid Mukim Salor, and diagram 2 shows the zones of Eksa in Masjid Mukim Salor that have been divided to 4 main zones, which is zone A, B, C and D. So let's see the functions and accommodations that available of each zone. Okay, firstly, zone A, which is female toilet, male toilet, bathroom and imam's toilet. This zone is created to ensure that all toilets and bathrooms in the mosque are in good, clean, tidy and orderly condition. In this zone, the committee members should ensure all equipment was prepared and make sure that all of the toilet ventilation system is in a good condition. And then the innovation and creativity that should be made in zone A is by placing the toilet etiquette poster in a place that is easy to see, and the level of equipment should be provided. Not only that, no smoking posters should be affixed to prevent users from abusing the toilet as a place to smoke. Most importantly, Go Green posters should be also affixed as a safe water consumption signs to remind users. And finally, the green plants can be placed in the toilet to provide freshness and beautify the toilets. Okay, secondly, zone B, which is male ablution room and female ablution room. This zone is created to ensure the place of ablution either for female or male in a clean, tidy and safe environment for congregation to perform smooth ablution activity. In this zone, the committee members have to display the doa posters at the place of ablution and make sure that all equipment such as pipes and water drainage place are working well. The innovation and creativity that can be implemented in zone B is by adding a scarf hanger for Muslimah, and the sinks can also be added to make it easier for them to clean their makeup before taking ablution. And lastly, the addition of green plants in this zone also can make it more beautiful and fresh. Thirdly, zone C, which is female prayer room and male prayer room. This zone is created to provide a comfortable and cozy atmosphere for congregation. And then the facilities for people with disabilities should also be provided to make it easier for them to perform prayers properly. And then the basic facilities such as Quran and other reading materials, telecom and prayers rack should be provided. The most important things, every electrical appliance must be ensured that it is in a good condition and work well. Okay, next, the innovation that can be implemented in zone C is by making a labeling method on the switches in the prayer room, such as using color as a label system. Not only that, position maps for lights and fans should also be made to facilitate the congregation. Next, a Go Green label should also be affixed, such as save electricity. It is to remind the congregation implementation of effective saving electricity. And lastly, the provision of telecom and prayer rugs hanger to provide tidiness in this zone.
Thank you, Najihah. So my name is NURUL BINTI ASPI. I will continue for the next zone, which is zone D, that including the parking in Masjid Mukim Salor. Okay, this zone is designed to provide convenient and orderly parking facility for the congregation. In this zone, the committee members must ensure that the parking area environment is clean, tidy, and safe for use by the congregations. For every parking lot should be marked clearly, uniformly, and brightly according to established standard. While for visible parking spaces, it should be provided at appropriate location. The innovations and creativity that need to be implemented in this zone D is the implementations of reverse parking. The Eksa promotions unit should create a reverse parking poster and sign as a friendly reminder to the congregations to make sure that they always park their vehicle in reverse parking condition. Next, the recommendations of issue and recommendations of rectification in every zone. Firstly, at the zone A, the issues are including the toilet door lock is broken. It can give the unpleasant feeling for the congregations when they cannot lock the door while using it. The second issue is the toilet slipper are not provided. This will lead to the stain and dirt on the toilet floor when the congregations use their own shoes while entering the toilet. The third issue is the toilet equipment such as hand soap and toilet freshener are not provided. And the last issue is the toilet floor was slippery and watery. That can be the leading cause of accident in the toilet. The recommendations of every issue in this zone is the committee members should replace the broken toilet door lock with a new one. Next, the label on the toilet door also should be affixed. The toilet slipper need to be provided for the use of the congregations. The toilet equipment such as hand soap and the toilet freshener should be provided in all toilet and bathroom of the mosque. Lastly, the committee members involved must always be sensitive and responsible in the process of supplying and installing the piping system. This is because to ensure that there is no leakage water from the sink, so that the floor will not be slippery and watery. Next, at the zone B area, the issues are including the floor and wall of the male ablution room unclean and dirty. The second issue is the pipe in the male ablution room is broken. The broken pipe cannot be closed properly and cause water wastage. The third issue is water saving instructions are not affixed on the wall. The water saving sign is very important to remind the congregations for saving water usage in the mosque. The recommendations of every issues in this zone, the committee members need to carry out the cleaning activity to clean the ablution place. The cleaning process needs to be monitored by the main committee so that the hygiene standards are achieved. Next, the broken pipe in ablution room need to be replaced with a new one. And the go green signs such as water saving instructions also need to be affixed in the ablution room. Next, at the zone C area, the issues are including the switch are not labeled and it is in a poor condition. The unlabeled switches make it difficult for the congregations to identify either a light or fan switch. For the switch in a poor condition, it is very dangerous when it can cause a short circuit. The second issue is the prayer equipment such as telecom and prayer meet are arranged properly. It will give the difficulty for the female congregations to pick out the telecom and prayer meets. The third issue is the fan in the female and male prayer room is not clean. It is filled with the dust and make the fan cannot expel the wind properly. The fourth issue is the unused items that have been exchanged are left in the back corner of the prayer place. This will make a limited space in the prayer room. The last issue is the Quran is not well arranged and is well left on the rail on the floor. The recommendations of every issues in this zone. The committee members should utilize the labeling method for the light and fan switches. For example, utilize the number or color label system. Next, make light and fan position map that can avail user to identify the right positions facility. For the switch with the poor condition, it should be replaced with a new one. The zone committee member also should provide a hanging place that can help to hang the telecom orderly and properly. The committee in charge should ensure that the fan is cleaned periodically to ensure it always in a clean condition. The unused items that are no longer needed should be replaced in the proper place or throw it in a recycle bin. Lastly, all reading material must be arranged neatly. The method of arrangement also need to be implemented. Lastly, at the zone D area, the issues are including the parking area environment is dirty and untidy. The parking area full with the rubbish all over the place. The second issue is the parking lot security rate are low. The parking security rate is low and less convincing because it is at difficult angle to monitor. The third issue is the lack of adequate parking spaces. Fourth issue is the parking light are not marked clearly. The recommendations of every issues in this zone. The committee in charge shall provide a warning signboard which is please keep clean in the parking area so that the congregations is always aware. The security control also should be tightened by the reminding the congregations to always look for their vehicle. The committee also need to carry out the gotong royong to renew the parking line by the repainting the unclear line in the zone D area.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is AMALINA binti SITI, ZAKI. As for the conclusion, the Eksa has been practiced based on 5S, which is aside, arrange, swaps, standardize, and always practice, have been improved with the addition of few elements, which is corporate image, creativity and innovation, green practice, conducive environment, and also the diversity of the agency. As for the conducive environment, it's helped to improve the quality of worship of Muslim to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala and scholarly programs in the mosque. By practicing Eksa, it's helped the efficiency of management at the mosque level, as the benefits of Eksa implementation are outlined to improve the quality of service to customers and providing more cheerful and comfortable workplace atmosphere, cost saving, increased creativity and innovation, and increase level of safety, and also increase the spirit teamwork between the management team at the mosque. The implementation of Eksa needed the full commitment of all parties, teamwork and sacrifice in terms of time and energy, and must be cultivated actively by all members in the organization, as this program should be dealt with properly and effectively so it can be implemented, it can be streamlined and standardized at all levels. Besides, this is one of the must goals that need to be achieved, as the improve and repair structure to be better. This is because the mosque is a place of worship for Muslim, and also a place that can be a step over for Muslim travelers. By this means, upgrading the mosque is important, as it can be counted as necessity to be used by all Muslims. Making the upgrading would cost a lot, but can gain benefits from that too. It can make everyone feel at ease every time they perform worship to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. For the self-reflection after completing this given assignment project, we would like to say that we gain a lot from it and consider it as an experience for us, and hopefully it would benefit us in the future. Many turmoil that we have faced, especially with the current situation that being faced by the whole world. For example, the challenge that our group have faced is the problem of the internet access, because among us, not all of us having good internet access. It's either due to bad weather, living environment condition, as not all of us stay in the area with good internet access provided. Besides, living distance between group members, because not all of us live in the same area. Each of members live in different districts, and there's also members live in different states. Moreover, dealing with the parties involved in achieving detailed information about the mosque, as we cannot having interview and having chit-chat time with the mosque organization members freely through face-to-face. The most obvious thing that our group discovered was the advantage of working as a group. We learned that good teamwork is the key to success in finishing the group assignment project when the time and resources are limited. As everyone had their own view, many different ideas could be produced, and we found the energy of group participation made us feel more energetic about contributing something. We learned that everything has its own weaknesses and strengths, as working with group could help in discovering what they are. We challenge each other's preconceptions about what would work and what would not.
That's all from us, and thank you for those who are watching.